Hello everybody and welcome to Northern Card Gaming. My name is Andrew Brown and in our first ever deck list by me, I'm going to be looking at Volcanion. Volcanion is a fire deck obviously, and it was released in Steam Siege. Well, the main body of it was released in Steam Siege, and it's been quite a good consistent deck since the start of last year when Steam Siege was released. The deck revolves, of course, around Volcanion, Baby Volcanion, we like to call it, non-EX Volcanion, 130 HP fire with two very good attacks. Power Heater for 20, lets you choose two Booty Bench Pokemon and attach a Fire Energy card from the discard pile to each of those Pokemon. Yeah, so basically you choose two of your benched, attach one Fire Energy from each from the discard onto each Pokemon. So if you have, let's say, two fire Pokemon, two other Volcanion non-EXs, for example, you Power Heater for 20 and then attached one to each of them. Can't do 2 to 1. That would be very, very good, but unfortunately not part of the card. This card is very, very good. It lets you to accelerate quite a lot of energy, but how do you get damage done? What do you put the energy onto? Well, it has an EX variant. Volcanion EX was also released in Steam Siege, and the main use of it is Steam Up. Once per turn, before you attack, make this card a Fire Energy, and if you do, your basic fire Pokemon's attacks do 30 more damage. So, and of course, this actually one stacks. This ability stacks, and by stacking we mean that you can use 4 Volcanions on the bench and use 4 Steam Ups for a maximum of 120. So, instead of doing 20 damage, you're averaging out at about 110 or even 120 with a Fighting Fury belt, 140 with a Choice Band. You're averaging out quite a lot of damage for 1 energy and a few more energy, and getting energy acceleration. This is why the deck's very, very good. So that's the basic play of the deck. In the old days before Garbodor and Item Lock came, or Item Deterrence really came in, the deck was very quick. It used the Hoopa EX from Ancient Origins and it used Shaman's EXs to get a lot, draw a lot, max elixir a lot, and get energy onto the board quickly. Nowadays, it had to slow down a bit. So now we are looking at a much more slower Volcanion, which is the deck list I'll be showing you through today. So we're playing for Baby Volcanion. This is the best starter in the deck. This is the one you want all the time. It's really good, and also it's the fact that it's an non-EX attacker means it only gives up 1 prize, which is very, very good if for the Garbodor match, because it means with Steam Artillery, once you get that powered up, you're doing 100 or 130 with 1 Steam Up, and that kills a Garbodor, and hopefully you haven't used many items to get that going. So play 4 of these. Now, you can play, people play 3 Volcanion EX and then 1 Turtonator EX. Turtonator EX is a card that came out in Sun and Moon. We'll talk about it in a wee bit. But with Volk, I play 4 Volcanion EXs, and the reason why I play it is because it's such a good card, and I always miss having the 3rd Steam Up. You usually have about 3 on the bench, and I like having the 3rd. With 3, you end up usually having 2 with another Turtonator and maybe a Lele. So I like having 3 because it basically means that you've got 3 Steam Ups, you've got 9 damage on the board, and also it's much easier to chain attacks of Volcanion EX than it is for Turtonator. But we're going to play 1 Turtonator as well. So this is playing for Volk EX, but we're playing Turtonator EX, GX as well. Turtonator GX for 2 double colorless, or 2 fire energy in this case, does Shell Trap during your opponent's next turn. If it's attacked, you take 8 damage counters. It's basically a bursting balloon, but much better. 2 damage counters, much better. And it also gets much better as well with each Steam Up. Each Steam Up, it's the same ideas of Volk, but really you're using Turtonator GX for the GX attack and for Bright Flame. Bright Flame to 160, basically so an extra Steam Up already in the base. Discard 2 energy, which helps out with the Nitro Tank, so you're doing quite a lot of good damage for only 3 energy, a bit like what Volk EX is doing. Nitro Tank's very good because Nitro Tank allows you to attach 5 energy from discard pile, and because the deck works from discard pile, it's very, very good as almost like a late game exploder to help to build up your other your last 2 Pokemon, or even if you got nothing else to do in the early game, you can power up 2 attackers very quickly. So we've gone through the main attackers. Now we're on to the support. Of course, we're playing 2 Tapu Lele GX from Guardian's Rising, and the reason why we're playing this is because of Wonder Tag. Wonder Tag allows you to play it onto your bench and get a supporter. Brilliant, simple, effective. The fact that it is on 170 HP Pokemon with no weakness makes it more insane, and the fact that you actually have Energy Drive, which does damage, 20 damage times the amount of energy on your Pokemon, really helps this card become a staple in every deck because good attack and also an amazing ability. Won't be using Tapu Cure GX unfortunately, but that's just the way it is unfortunately with this deck. You are using just Fire Energy. The last 4 Pokemon we're using is Staryu and Starmie. Starmie from Evolution, but we used the Staryu from Breakpoint because of the no retreat. It has got less HP, but no retreat really helps the matter. But Starmie has the ability Space Beacon. Discard a card, put 2 energy basic energies back into your hand. That's really good. This takes the place of energy retrieval because that's an item. This is not an item. So you can basically discard a supporter or a stadium and then take 2 energy. Same thing as retrieval would do. Very, very good card. Very, very good for this kind of deck. Now we're on to the item cards. Item cards are a lot less than they used to be. We are using a line of 2 Field Blowers. 2 Field Blower, really good for decks that are using, especially for Garbodor. Garbodor's really bad for us because of the Garbotoxin Garbodor. So you want to be able to use Field Blowers so you can get them off very, very quickly. So we play 2 of them. We then play 2 Max Elixir. This is really just because of a hybrid. Volk has 3 types you can play really. You can play slow, very slow with no elixirs, very fast with 4 elixirs, or the hybrid, which is what we're playing today with 2. But the reason why I like using the hybrid is because sometimes you want to go quick against decks that aren't Garb, so you go Max Elixir. Max Elixir, you play 2 of them, attach it, you look at the top 6 cards of your deck, and attach the basic energy you find into one of your benched Pokemon. Very, very good for quick Volcanion. 1 Rescue Stretcher. The reason why we're playing Rescue Stretcher is because it lets you bring cards, lets you bring a Vault back if you really need it, and that sort of thing. It's very, very good for that sort of stuff. Switch, because your Pokemon got very high retreat, and that is really important for this deck because you need a switch, always need a switch, and also Vault can't use attack next turn. And so from Switch, we get on to Ultra Ball, the old classic Ultra Ball. And Ultra Ball is really, really good for this deck. You play 3. And the reason why you play 3 is because you want to try and minimize your items. So you're playing 3 instead of the usual 4. Let's discard 2, pull a Pokemon out of the deck. That's really good for getting Lele's off. And also gets you energy into this card without any EXs. So it's very, very good for that because it means you can power up your Pokemon along with Volk. 3 VS Seeker. Gotta play 3 VS Seeker. It is rotating, unfortunately. And the good thing about VS Seeker is that we are you can reuse your supporters. Obviously, put a supporter from your discard back into your hand. And the reason why it's very, very good is because you get to reuse supporters. Unfortunately, that's being removed. Probably end up playing more Lele as the format goes into rotation. But at the minute, using VS Seekers because you got to use VS Seekers, and you know they are a very, very good card. It's always a very good card. This is what's replacing a lot of the ball search and a lot of the other stuff. Is Brooklet Hill. Let you put a basic water or a fighting Pokemon onto your bench, and because Volcanion is half water, you can put Volcanion EXs, and of course you can put Starmie. And the good thing about that is you don't use any items to get Brooklet, to get those Pokemon out, so you're minimizing the amount of ball searches you've got to do to get Pokemon, and that's very good against in a very guard heavy format. That's very, very good. So we now move on to the supporter line, and the first part we see is the 3 Lysander, very thick Lysander count. Not only you have a good 3 there. Most decks play 2, and the reason why you're playing 3 is because you need Lysander. You're Lysandering a lot off the bench, and it's just good to have a lot of Lysander. Lysander also means you can Lysander stall stuff. In next few formats, probably this card is getting completely replaced by Guzma, and of course Guzma is very, very good as well. And Guzma is basically this, but along with Olympia's effect of switching, and that's very, very good for this deck. It means you can switch your Volcanion as well, pull things out of the bench. So Lysander is very good for now, until Guzma comes out. 4N, you need N. It's Shuffle Draw, and Shuffle Draw is always very, very good for this deck because you always want to shuffle. You always want to shuffle draw. It's very, very good. But it's also very good for if you're behind and you want to be, take the opponent away, because the opponent can have maybe take 2 prizes and you can end down the 4 cards in hand, which is quite a disadvantage. It's very, very good. You need draw support, of course, which is why you play Sycamore, discard your hand, draw 7. Usual stuff, really. Very, very good card. Play 4 of them as always. 1 Olympia because again switching is really important in this deck, and it's good to have a non-item switching as well as the fact you can heal 30 damage off it, which also kind of helps. This card gets completely changed whenever Guzma comes out, but that works out. And for tools, we play 2 Fighting Fury belts. Some decks play 3. The one that topped the internationals play 3, and also does Omnipoke Stu Bernard. He played 3 as well. And the reason why I only play 2 is because I really like Choice Band. I play 1 off Choice Band. Choice Band means you're using a Steam Up on an EX Pokemon without even using Steam Up. It is another item that might get field blowered, but it is extra damage. And extra damage is always so important. And it's all I do need like extra damage quite a lot. And last but not least, Floatstone, again, free retreat. You get Pokemon out of the activeness because 3 EX has got 3, Trainer got 3, a lot of heavy cards for that. So that's why you play Floatstone. And last but not least, 14 Fire Energy. Fire Energy is really, really important in this deck because you're going to discard it. And basically, if you're discarding energy, you're using Steam Ups. That's very, very good. Also, Power Ups, Power Heater. So you play 14, you need all the energy you can get. So that's the main deck that we're using here. There's a wee picture for you so you can see it there. And now I want to do a battle just to show you the deck running, because I know it's good seeing the deck here, but you need to see the deck running. So we'll play a wee versus match here on the ladder. Just see what we'll face against. Hopefully it is not Greninja, because Greninja is a bit of an auto loss. That would be annoying, and I kind of just want to show off the deck, not get completely steamrolled. So we'll see who we're playing against. And hopefully we're going to see now. It's probably going to be Garb. Nah, Espeon Garb or a Drampa Garb, which is, that's okay. I get to show off the item, the less item part of the deck. And we're going to be going first, which is very, very rare for me in this game, unfortunately. So we go first. We're going to play yes, of course. And we're going to see what we got here. We start with a Lele. That's not good. Starting with Lele is not good. You want to have Lele's support. And our hand ain't great. Brooklet Hill, we can get at least an EX and Elixir to it, but that's not good really for this kind of thing. It's not a good hand at all. Oh, it's not going to be Garb. It's going to be Lunala, I think. I think we're going to Instinct card, I think. So we're going to play Brooklet Hill, obviously. Brooklet Hill, so we can get, I think, Volk, because you get Pokemon out that's not a star. So we're going to see what we got prized. No Volks prized. No of them prized. One Lele in deck. I think we have 1 switch in hand, so no switches or max elixirs. We've got 1 we have in hand. I think we've got a Brooklet Hill prized. We have 1 N prized. And we have 2 Fire prized. So overall, a few prized here. Oh, nothing much to really be worried about. We're going to get Volk EX. So we'll go straight to our bench. We're going to attach to that Volk, I think. And we're going to max elixir. And we do hit a max elixir. That's good. So we're going to put it right to the bench. And I think it's all we can do. Don't want to attach this in case it gets field lowered. So I think we're finished here. So that is their turn. So what is their first turn going to be? Hopefully it's not too good, but we'll see how it all goes. I'd rather have a match that shows off the deck. And I don't know, Lunala could be hard. Lunala has the problem where it can max pushing all the energy off. He has Brooklet Hill just to look through the deck. You're going to attach to the active. Isn't good. But there goes Parallel City. He's going to Parallel City means that we take less, and we deal less damage. Sorry, she's going to choice band up the. He's going to choice band up the Nebby. Forgot his name. The Cosmog. Sorry. We'll get End though, so a good hand. That's very, very good because our hand wasn't very good. I'm not sure about our hand now, but we'll see. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. He's got Trainer's Mail though for a rare candy, so he's getting ready for next turn. He's clearly got Lunala or a way to get Lunala next turn. So we're gonna have to try and we can actually win the game next turn. We can win the game here. It's gonna be a very quick game. We'll just attach to our Volk. We then Olympia, and then just kill. So that was very quick. That wasn't very, very good, was it? Well, I think I'll play another game here. That didn't show the deck off at all, but that was Elixir and attaching. You saw how quick the Volks can get up with Elixirs, but there we go. So that was not bad. He probably wishes he played another Pokemon or got another Pokemon somehow, but you know, that's the way Pokemon goes sometimes. So we'll play one more game. We'll get very close to getting 3 packs of Guardian Rising. Play another game. So Volcanion, showing off that it is an incredible card. Incredibly good deck. The problem with the deck is it can be very inconsistent. It can brick quite quickly, which isn't good. But we're playing against water, and this could very easily be Greninja, so we might just see another whitewash. This isn't good. If it's another whitewash, we'll play another one. We do win the coin flip, which is very, very good. Can we start off better than Lele? We're going to see. We're going to find out here, and we have to mulligan, unfortunately. But I think he has to mulligan as well, potentially. Unless we are lagging. Nope. Oh, we might be, actually. He may have to mulligan as well. He saw the Starmie. Energy, energy, energy. That is a hand and a half. Yes, it is Talonflame, Greninja. That hand is horrendous. 1, 2, 3, 5 fire energy, a max elixir, and a baby Volk. Well, he's got baby Volk out. A lot of energy. So unless we can really ramp it up next turn, we'll see how it goes. Unless he only starts Froakie. If he starts one Froakie and doesn't get another Froakie out, we can probably win next turn. But we're getting a lot of... He does play Silent Labs, which isn't good. We'll see here. And he's going to finally get his bench. It's probably going to be a Froakie. The fact he didn't use Talonflame would mean he really wants Froakie. He did a Talonflame in hand he could have used. I got him two things. I'm going to, of course, put another Volk down. So our hand is all energy and an elixir. He plays Talonflame. I don't know why he did that, but there we go. I'll attach to the active. And Max Elixir is going to be, if it works, I'll be very impressed. But Max Elixir, oh, it does work. That's good. We get two Volky X's sort of slowly moving up. But that's all we can do here. Our hand's not very, very good. If he sets up any Greninjas, I think we're completely dead. This isn't good. We are weak to water. We are weak to Greninja. And he attaches to the active. And Dive Ball. So unless he only plays one Froakie and we somehow draw a Lysander or a way to get Lysander, we can then try and kill off Froakies. Which isn't a bad idea. Our hand's entirely energy. It's not good. And he's going to get two draws off Aero Blitz. The reason why Talonflame works is because of the ability. If you have it in your hand at the start of the game, you can play it as your basic. But Aero Blitz gets you two cards from the deck, and it's pretty good attack when it gets off. And I just draw another fire energy. I'm going to attach to the bottom here, I think. And all we can do is attack. So we've drawn very badly in this game. And we're attaching to the bottom of the bench because this one's getting a lot of damage. And I think we're better off attaching to here and getting as much work out of that Volkball. We can do 100. Now here's the question. How many duplicates does he have? How many Frogadiers does he have? Deck, he's got one. He's got two. And he's got one prize. That's better than most. But there we go. Get an end. We're going to end ourselves here because our hand's terrible. So we at least set up a full Volcanion. And we now got an Ultra Ball. An Ultra Ball will be used, I think, to get an EX. Maybe, I don't quite know. I guess we can switch and kill this one here, maybe. I think it's probably the best option here. We need to start taking the prizes quickly. So I think we're going to Steam Artillery. Take away that one. Get the first prize. But he does have Splash Energy, which means he's getting the Pokemon right back into his hand, which ain't great. But we'll see how it goes. He's got two Frogadiers down, meaning he can get two Greninjas up this turn. He plays his Froakie down. There's one Greninja. We can kill Greninjas. We can kill the Greninja if he just... Depends if he just decides to kill. But there's Silent Lab. That's not a good start. And there's an N. Puts us down to 5. Greninja, he could Shadow Stitch and completely kill us, or he could... Sorry, he could Moonlight Slash and completely kill us, or he could Shadow Stitch and attempt that way. I don't think he'll do that, though. I think he'll just Moonlight Slash. He's seen our hand. Seen the fact we've only got two Volks. I think he's just going to go for the kill, and he does go for the kill. Because of obviously Silent Labs just completely taking our thing here. So we're going to see what we can get. We can Lysander up a Frogadier, I guess, and try that way. But it's not looking good for our hero here. Another Volk, we'll play that down. Attached to the bench, I think. Lysander up a Frogadier, because he has to attach an energy to this. So we're just going to Power Hitter for 20. Hand's terrible, of course, and we're just going to attach it to the bench. If we get to break, I think we're kind of done. Because a break means we got to get a lot of damage on the board for the break to to work. But this does mean that he has to go into that and do only 40 and not kill us. So there we go. We can end him next turn to make sure that whatever he drawed gets removed. So clearly his hand isn't super amazing, but we have to end him because he's Aero Blitz, and maybe that the Aero Blitz would make it so much better. So we're going to have to really try it here. So he picks up those two. That's fine. I still can't use it. I can't use that, but I do get field blower, so I get to use actual items if I need to. I will then N. So we're going to N, get a card of 5 hands, and we get a Lele, and we do get a Brooklet Hill, which means we can start attaching to the EX if we want. But I think we're just going to bench this, and then we're going to Brooklet Hill for a Staryu, I think, just because Staryu then gives us a free retreater. So there goes Staryu down. For next turn we can Lele for a Sycamore, but for now we're just going to keep on power hitering, and we'll attach one to the Turtonator and one to the main Volk. So I don't know how this game's going. The fact he hasn't got many Greninjas out is pretty good, but he's had the splash energy, which isn't good, which maybe means that he won't. He might just try and Shadow Stitch. Shadow Stitch would kill us, but he's going to Field Blower away my Stadium, and he goes Sycamore, so he might get everything he needs right here. He could do a lot of damage this turn if he gets the right stuff. There's another Greninja down. I'll check how much energy I've got here. I've got no energy left. He's just gonna. He might Shadow Stitch. He's got Shadow Stitch. So I've got no. I definitely have no abilities next turn, which is a bit irritating. But I'll see what we can do. I can do a flat 100 here, but he can then kill me next turn with the full thing. So I guess we can. Lysander up the Talonflame and take it out. I don't really know what else we can do here. I guess we take the Frogadier, but Talonflame's going to keep on coming, so it's a bit of a lose-lose there. No abilities, his deck kind of does fall by the wayside, and I think he's going to keep Shadow Stitching us to death here. Because Choice Band's terrible in this matchup, but Fighting Fear Belt is quite good, but we're only doing 110. 3 Greninjas, their Choice Band. Choice Band ain't going to do much against us. And I think he's just going for the kill here, I think. Catching an energy, which usually means he's going to go for a Moonlight Flash and pick it up again. Ennis, you're going to Ennis. I'm not sure what anything does, but we've got potential here. We've got a Lele. And there's a Silent Lab, and that really ruins that for us. Moonlight Flash is going to kill us. And really, I think we're up an uphill struggle here. But you have to kill 2 EXs. The whole 7 price game, so we'll see how it goes. Another energy is not good. I guess the best we can do here is attach to the Turtonator, read into this, and just hope really, I guess. Shell Trap. 220. He's going to attack me, does 80. Can't kill me though, because the most he can do is 160 unless he got a Choice Band, in which case he can kill me. Well, that's all I can really do. I think this is a very there's the break, and the break kind of means I think he's knocking this out, which isn't good for us. So we playing against Greninja, a bad matchup. We played against the Cosmog, so we may have to have one more match just to show that deck off. But he kills, and he does kill the per Staryu, so he takes a prize. And if he has Choice Band, he's got game. We're gonna see what he's got. Yeah, Choice Band. So there's Choice Band. That's the game. Unfortunately, got Moonlight Flash for knockout of the Turtonator, and that is game. He beats us. It was Greninja. Greninja always beats us usually. It's such a hard game, Greninja, for us, but we died. I think we should try one more time and see if we can get a full-blown game with Volk, showing off Volk at its best. We'll try one more time. This will be the last one, definitely. Because the first 2 games are annoying. We're playing against Fairy, so I'm not quite sure what it might be. Fairy, I don't think it would be Sylveon. Could be Sylveon with Tech and Lele. Could be a lot of things. Could be Sylveon, we'll see how Sylveon. Sylveon's quite a good matchup for Volcanion because a lot of the energy denial problems don't really happen with us. We get the energy back, and we go on a KO as well, so we're good. Nothing there. Choosing active Pokemon. The fact they got a quick active Pokemon might mean they aren't playing. Sylveon, that deck usually mulligans quite a lot, but we'll see what we get here. And we get another later. We do get start off with the main one, a Volk, baby Volk. And that's quite a good hand. We're going to have to end this hand, I think. I don't want to Sycamore all these great stuff away. And we do have Lele to get in. So let's see what we're playing against. And it's a Shaman. So we've got bench this Volk EX, I think. and we're going to attach to the Volcanion main one. Going to bench the Lele. I think we're getting N. Who we got prized? I think we have prize. We have one Sycamore prize, the full Starmie lines there. We got one Baby Volk prized, and there one Lele obviously being used, and we have the two VS Secret, one Brooklyn Hills prized, and a few Fire Energy. So we're going to choose a supporter. We're going to go for an N. There's there. I think there's two N's prized actually. And we shall N. I'll definitely hand away. Try and get some better cards here. We do get a Brooklyn Hill and a Maxlex and another EX. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to play the EX and we're then going to Brooklyn Hill. And Brooklyn Hill can then get us a Star U for later turns. So there's Star U there. And then I think we're going to Elixir, just because we were able to get some energy on the board. And we're going to attach, of course, to the secret rare Volcanion EX here, just for fun, really. And I think his hand's fine. If he has the Linkwind, he has the Linkwind. Can't really play around that unless we're playing two-hand game, really. So we'll have to leave his hand here, and that's how we're going to end our first turn. So on to the opponent's turn. You can see we don't know what deck he's playing. He's got Shaman. We know that for a fact. Excuse me. There's Fairy Garden. Excuse me again. There's N, so he's attached for the turn to the Shaman, which means he can retreat it for free because of the Fairy Garden's effect. We're going to see what we NN to. Not bad at all. We can Sycamore his hand quite easily. We're going to see what we have here with Xerneas Geomancy. This could be Mega Guardy, the Generations Primal Clash version. There's Elixir. Hits for him. So he's got Geomancy, I think, on the side. Maybe it's even the Break. Could be even the Break. Although the Break usually plays the Fighting Regirock promo, the one that doesn't let you use effects and attack to it. Only Geomancy won't, obviously. So we can kill this, I think. It might take a lot of luck. We could do it. We could Lysander up the Shaman, take 2 energy off the board. I think we are going to do that. That's 20, 50, 80. We can't quite kill the Shaman, can we? What's the best? Really, I think steaming up twice anyway. It's a good play here. We'll do it again here. And then I think we'll bench the other EX. I think we'll Sycamore his hand away. So we see what we draw here. Draw Fighting Fury Belt. 30, 60, 90. We're doing 120, not 130 as would kill it. We are going to attach a Fighting Fury Belt here. And we're going to play Brooklyn Hill to get rid of the Fairy Garden for your retreat. We can then attach, I think, to this Volcanion here. Just for the turn. Also, we can go up here. Margin discard. I think we'll just attach to this Volcanion here. And we'll do a power hitter. You can see the full force power hitter doing a full 120. We'll attach to here and here. So we've got a full Volcanion EX powered up. Thanks to Max Elixirs and stuff. So we've got 3 onto that one now. With Volk, 1 energy here, and of course 1 energy on the active. Nearly killed this. And it is the Break. We are playing against the Break, which is good because the Break, I'm not sure about Volk. Volk on the Break is not good, but clearly his hand wasn't great. E-Hammer is completely useless against us. We've got plenty of special energy. He has, of course, a Shaman. Volk is a bad matchup, I think, for this kind of deck because we keep just plucking away. But there's Fairy Garden. We keep plucking away at cards. Yeah, but there's Guardy. So clearly it is Mega Guardy. The Generation Mega Guardy. Attaches, to, of course, to the other generation, the other Xerneas. We'll retreat into. We've got Geomancy again. So we're playing a lot of Geomancy turns for this deck. We can kill off this quite easily if we get a. We can kill off, I think, quite easily. I wouldn't mind trying to kill off a card with Lysander or something. There's Switch, which I don't think it quite helps us in this thing. It does mean I could use things, but I think Olympia might be a better option to keep Switch for later. I think we've got Olympia into you. And then we attach that to here. And then I'll have Float Stone onto the active and knock out our first Pokemon, I think. So there you go. First Pokemon, first prize taken against this Mega Guardy, Primal Clash Generation Mega Guardy. Get a Fire Energy from our prizes, which isn't good, isn't great. Looking for a supporter of some kind, maybe an N. But You see how it goes. I'm pretty sure it's going to go for the Shaman, so we can either retreat it into a Pokemon he wants, or even Sky Return the energy away. Get the free prize off the board. Free prize off the board. There's discards of Fairy Garden and N. You need to use 3 Fairy Gardens. We can get our Brooklet Hill. Plays another Mega Guardian. Like the Guardian from Primal Clash. Another Gardevoir Spirit Link. Another Journeys. And we can kind of see what you know, 3 control Elixir. We hit Elixir, doesn't hit the Elixir. Life Stream is doing 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. You got a Sky Return. So we take 2 energy off the board, but it does take away the free prize. And he puts up the Mega Guardian. We're going to draw here. We draw another Fire Energy. Can we kill this Gardevoir? 130. If we attach, it becomes 130, 160. We can't kill the Gardevoir. Although we can do this to make sure we can kill it, which is retreat into here and then switch. Let's try and kill it off with Gardevoir here. 130, and then we do 160. And then 170. We are leaving ourselves open to a full hand. We are getting 2 prizes here, so not too bad at all. So we'll attack a Volcanion for the knockout. That takes away 2 prizes and takes away one of the Gardevoirs. We get on 3 prizes. We get an N and we get a Sycamore. That's brilliant. It means we can Sycamore and get a full 7 next turn. So that's a very good play, I think, overall. Because it means we get a Guardian. It means he's losing quite a lot of Pokemon here quite early on. He could end me, but ending me doesn't only loses me what? No, gains me a card. Really, it's just up to what he wants to do. He attaches to the active. I think he's got Geomancy this turn. Lysander would be brilliant right now. I think he is going to go for maybe even a Lele, if he has any. No, another break. Attaches the break to the active. But now the break up to 150 damage, and there's a Shaman to get the ability to set up and draw up 6. So we can see the type of deck we're playing. Get a lot of energy on your Pokemon, bash for big hits. That's basically our means here. The way I think we can win this game is by taking out this wee small prize here, and of course the easy prize of Shaman. If we can get Lysander and stuff. But there's Mega Guardian. It is the brilliant arrow. This might be bad for us. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. We're only doing 15. He's not. He will be killing this Volk actually. If he gets another, if he attaches another energy to it, which is a bit of a shame. He's got a life stream, I think. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. For a full 100 attacks us with. We can knock out this with actually a power heater. Might be the play here. I think we're going to Field Blower. If we get 2 energy off here, I think we're just going to Field Blower off this Fairy Garden just to get rid of it. At this turn, I think we attach to. Because we just need to. We need to steam up once. Actually, that's a fair point. No, there's no point doing that. We need to steam up. We'll steam up once with this Volk here. We will then retreat into Power Heater Volk and then bash for a knockout. So I think we'll go attach to here and then we'll attach to here. We go to 2 prizes. He's still at 6. He hasn't taken 1 prize yet. We've got an N. So what he's going to do here? He's going to go for another life stream. Got 2 fully charged Volk. There's his last Fairy Garden. There's time up. We can see what prizes he's got. He's got a Skyla prize, 2 Lele. That was damaging. Oh, it's a shame. He had 2 Leles. I think he would have probably used Lele. He would have used Lele a lot earlier if he had Lele. But there's 2 Leles prized. That ain't good. So it hasn't been very good for her prize wise. Another Gardevoir. So really, this turn, I'm not sure what we're doing here, but going for the Sycamore, so low on card, only 4 left in the deck, and really it depends. She's got an Elixir. I've probably been calling her he the entire time. I apologize for that. And actually, only 3 cards in the actual deck. I don't know how she is going to win this game. Hatches the active 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Only doing 100 to us again. We've got an Onyx attacker. So really it comes down to what we can get here. What could we do? I think our best play here is Ultra Ball. Getting rid of these two here so we can get hopefully a Star U, and we do get a Star U. Then we can bench the Star U and get a completely clean Sycamore. And really what we do here, I think, is we can attach to the active retreat and knock out this, go down to one prize. Ain't great, but it is an idea. We've got a VS Seeker for an Olympia if we need it. I think we do that actually. We do that. We attach. I think we retreat here. Then we'll activate our Starmie. We'll discard this Volcanion here for 2 energy, 2 of our 4. This guarantees us at least a knockout here. There's 160. I think we're going to Elixir here for, we do get it actually, it means we can attach to here. And we're going to attack for, what can I keep, for 160. Knock out that live stream and take our prize. And it's going to be another Volcanion. So next turn we can Lysandra. You got well played, she's well playing us. Which sort of means that we've won. I don't really see a way back for her. The next turn here would probably be she's going to attach. So what we're going to do here, just to guarantee a victory, she retreats anyway. So what we would have done there was probably retreat, hard retreated away to our weakened Vault, and then I handed up the Shaman. So that was a good kill. That showed off how Vault plays. And Vault plays very, very well in this kind of scenario where just attaching energy. So there we go. That was 3 games of Volk. 1 very, very too quick, 1 too short, 1 just right. And you've seen how Volk works. And I'm very glad, hopefully. I hope you like the list. I'll just go and get the list. I think we've got 3 Guardian Resin packs. We do. That's very, very good for us. So we're going to go and see now just the list here again, just so I can show it up for you. Let's go to Deck Manager here. And let's go to our Volk. And here we are, there's our list. So just for things, we've got 1 Turtonator DM, 8 GX, 4 Volcanion, Baby Volcanion, 2 Lele, 1 Starmie line, 4 Volcanion, 2 Field Blowers, 2 Max Elixirs, 1 Rescue Stretcher, 2 Switch, 3 Ultra Ball, 3 Versus Seeker, 3 Brooklet Hill, that's for the items and stadiums, and of course we have 3 Lysander, 4 N, 1 Olympia, 4 Sycamore, for tools, 1 Choice Band, 2 Fighting Fury Belt, 2 Flowstone, and of course for energy, 14 fire. So thank you very much. Thank you for watching NCG. My name has been Andrew Brown, and hope to see you again soon. Thank you very much for watching.